Hello, Aries, and welcome to the Oracle of Atlantis. I hope you're doing well today. We are going to get into your air trine reading. So, these are the houses governed by the air zodiacs. So, we have house number 3, which is networking and communication. House number 7 is connected to balance and partnerships, as well as house number 11, which is your house of blessings at this time. So these are the main decks I'll be working with for your reading. We have the Spirit of the Animals Oracle, the Heavenly Bodies Astrology deck, the Angel Number Messages Oracle, as well as the Light Seers Tarot. So the whole intention of working with the trines is supposed to harmonize these energies for you, viewer. At least that is my intention. So we're going to start with some angel numbers with the Angel Number Messages Oracle. There are 4 that want to come out. So these are going to connect most likely to different viewers watching this video. Each number, if you've been seeing a particular number and it shows up, there is an affirmation you may want to work with at this time. So we have number 10 with I am ingenious. You have great leadership skills. Your mind is sharp and allows you to dream up ingenious ideas and organize all the details, then direct others how to carry things out. 15, I am wise. Your love for others is powerful and you are able to spread your gift of support far and wide. Your curious and social nature brings you in contact with a variety of people, all who would benefit from your warm, heartfelt words of wisdom. I am wise. 24, I am generous. You have a heart of gold and are very skilled at maintaining balance, stable relationships. You are loyal to your loved ones and are able to be the nurturer, protector, and provider all at once. And last but not least, we have a blank number. So this may be a personal number for other viewers that these numbers don't resonate with. There may be a particular number you've been seeing. You may want to you can always Google angel number or numerology number, whatever the number may be. So let's dive into the house energy influences with the Spirit of the Animals. I actually want to start right in the middle here. House number 7, so marriage and partnerships. We have the dog with friend. Today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and friend. So I'm not going to read all of these cards from the book, but this one in particular, your house of balance, is being asked to be read. So friendship, protection, discerning, playful, loyal, reliable, obedient, vocal, brave, constant, and love. When we think of the word dog, it is often followed by the term best friend. Dog people are some of the best companions any of us can have. Those with dog as totem have a tremendous capacity to love. Dog people are often found helping others and serving humanity. They have an uncanny ability to know the character of others, sniff out problems, and sense the truth. Dogs have acute hearing. This gift helps alert others to impending danger. So the one thing with the dog is a dog, when it is raised by a human, actually adapts the human's characteristics. So if you have a dog or are around a dog and it doesn't like a particular person, it may not actually be the dog that doesn't like the person. It actually could be the owner. So like with my old dog, he's been passed for 4 years now. He was a Chihuahua and he got very vocal anytime, somebody knocked on the door or somebody came in the house. He would bark and bark and bark until it was resolved or he got the attention. But I did learn after a while, I actually had to kind of sit by the person, especially if it was a new person. And once I sat by them and just kind of touched their leg or whatever and told him it was okay, he was usually fine. So don't give your dog too much credit if he's leery about people. Although there could be certain people, right? If they're super obviously not comfortable with them, that could be showing you a sign. But dogs kind of reverberate off the energy that's coming off the leash, the owner, the best friend. If dog is your totem, you are a protector, friend, and playmate. When you don't like someone, you are very vocal about it. You easily forgive the shortcomings of the human family. You are brave in the face of danger. Dog people have a very kind and loyal nature that can be taken advantage of. Watch out for this and remember to love and protect yourself as well. With dog as totem, you may be drawn to a life of service and will be devoted to your friends and your worthy mission. So with the Heavenly Bodies Astrology Oracle, I think it's actually just called Heavenly Bodies Astrology. There are 2 cards of advice that want to come out. The first one, you have your energy Aries with independence, bravery, and passion. You also have the earth element, persistence, patience, and practicality. So this could be a call to ground your energy from time to time. So your house of balance, are you feeling stagnant in any area of your life, or more broadly, a bit immobilized in general? Perhaps you're craving change but don't know where to begin, or you're daydreaming of something you want but haven't taken the first step toward it. Whether you've been frozen by a disempowering inner voice, have felt overwhelmed by options, or quite simply been scared or even lazy, it's time to make a move. Your guides ask you to listen to your gut instinct, make a decision, jump in wholeheartedly, and leave fear behind. Don't worry so much about making mistakes. Life is a creative force, and in some ways, made in the mistakes. Work with this energy until you find your alignment, and even then, welcome movement. We have number 63, so 63 may connect to some of you out there. And then the Earth card, the place is here, the time is now. What wisdom lives in this very moment? Refrain from plotting and planning and explore the subtle details of the present. Walk one foot in front of the next, connecting with every step. Sink deeper beneath the surface and see today as a creation of your spirit. What is the divine showing you through your present reality? There is a golden elixir braided into every moment. It's yours to be found through deep presence. 121. So 21 can represent the world card. Travel, adventure, or even just grounding the mind. So somewhere I learned a while ago that with the zodiac signs, Aries is kind of like the spark that starts creating the stem cells, I guess. I think of the brain. So like when a being, a baby is coming into conception, it kind of starts with Aries, and then as you move down the body, you move down the zodiac, ending at the feet with Pisces energy. So Aries is known to have really good ideas, but they sometimes can lack follow through. Like there's inspiration there, but maybe not always the motivation to complete something, which could make sense of where your balance being with the earth energy, grounding your energy is actually going to help kind of bring all layers to one frequency to give you a clearer perspective, if you will. So let's look at house number 3, networking and communication. We have the Loon with intuitive. So I would take this as divine messages at this time. When I started these readings, I kind of tapped into the energy of Quetzalcoatl. It was a guide on my own personal journey a while ago, at least from what I looked up. Quetzalcoatl is said to be a snake with wings, so I mean, you could potentially see this as a dragon. However, the whole representation is Quetzalcoatl. I think he's a deity of creation. I could be wrong about that. Feel free to leave it in the comments. But the whole idea of the snake and the wings is the snake represents humanity, the human body, where the wings represent the more spiritual realm. So you do have a bird here, right? So I would see this as maybe connecting more to your spiritual intuition at this time, communing with the divine here. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuitions as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. The clarifying card, the card of advice, we have house number 1. House number 1 is connected to Aries energy, just in house number 1 being Zodiac number 1. However, everybody's first house will differ. Individuality, self-image, and approach to life. So house number 1 is all about ourself. So the divine may very well be communicating to you energies of the self. The word Mary kind of slipped out there, so that definitely could be the energy for some. To know thyself, perhaps before marriage, perhaps even during marriage, not losing yourself in partnerships. Your self-image shapes how you see the path ahead and magically what the path provides. The unfolding of your life is a collaboration between you and the divine. The healthier your self-image, the more authentic your expression, and the more magnetic you become. Do you see yourself as perfectly imperfect miracle that you are? Or are there parts of yourself you can't accept, shameful corners which cause you to retreat? If you are physically out in the world but energetically shut down, your magnetism will be dulled. But similarly, if you are a natural homebody who nurtures a sense of self, life will find you. Practice seeing yourself with gentle, compassionate, loving eyes. Feel pride in who you are and practice stepping into a more authentic version of yourself. As you align with this higher vibration, you'll discover the beauty and the abundance the divine has been waiting to bring you. Shameful corners, things about yourself that you can't accept or have a hard time accepting, right? We did have that energy of life being made in the mistakes here. So it's a learning process. You don't necessarily have to hold it as yourself, as your characteristic traits. It could have just been a lesson. I mean, the things that bother you about your journey, your experience, right? They help shape what you like and what you don't like, what you're okay with and what you're not okay with. So let's take a look at your house of blessings at this time. We have the power of grizzly bear. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. Intuition being heightened, it's kind of coming full circle. We have intuition in your house of communication, your house number 3, as well as your blessings here. So this communication definitely may be a blessing for you at this time to help you work through something or understand something. We have Sagittarius's energy. I have a lot of fire energy. Sagittarius is the house of soul growth and expansion, optimism, exploration, and freedom. How do you navigate life? Do you typically respond emotionally or logically, passively or actively? Are you a bold mover or a safe player? Maybe a mix of it all. It's time to begin piloting from a broader, deeper belief system. You're being asked to develop a moral code, a personal creed, anything from a self-written sentence filled with integrity and expressing your values to a full-blown life philosophy. It's kind of bringing me back to this card here. Self-written sentence or personal creed. Develop an ethical umbrella unique to you to shape the lens through which you pilot your life. It will set you free and elevate your navigation skills. We have 79. So sevens being connected to that house number 7, that kind of more Libra energy of balance, partnerships. Balance on the inside is going to bring balance in our partnerships. Perhaps this balance in our physical body with the earth, that can definitely represent our physical being here. 9, again, being the house of Sagittarius, which is all about our goals and aspirations. So let's pull a couple cards, what you need to know at this time with the Light Seers Tarot. We do have the Tower and Death showing up here. Changes, death and rebirth of some sort, but let's see. What does Aries need to know at this time? What else does Aries need to know? The Aries... Ooh. We have the 4 of Wands and the Page of Cups. So the 4 of Wands can represent celebrations. The 4 of Wands can also be karmic retribution for good or for ill. But the 4 of Wands usually does represent crossing some sort of threshold or finish line. Celebration and success. Then we have the Page of Cups. And this card very much speaks of when pigs fly, but the pig is actually flying in this card. So it's kind of like the energy of believing in miracles, maybe a message from a youthful or like emotionally in tune person. This could be a child even. So I'm going to read the Page of Cups first, simply because I kind of opened right to the page. There is serendipity and magic here. Like the first breath of love or a very first kiss, anything is possible at this time. Be open to wildly wonderful miracles. This is the When Pigs Fly card, and holding it in your hands is a sign that unforeseen yet fortuitous events are coming your way. Bring childlike enthusiasm to the unknown, and welcome any unexpected twists on your journey. Be open to inspiration from the strangest of places, and pay attention to the intuitive musings that arrive. They will give your creativity wings. As you enjoy this time of strangely unique thinking, ensure that you are not being overly sensitive or blocking your own flow because you are trying to control the process. Allow your emotions to follow the breadcrumbs of joy. Play a little more. Do something silly. Stay curious about any feelings of wonder and awe, and allow your sensitive dreamer to dream. The affirmation of the Page of Cups. The world is my flourishing oyster, and I am excited to see what happens next. The 4 of Wands, celebration, prosperity, an important event or milestone, gathering of souls, kindreds, stability in home and relationships, sometimes signifying marriage. Bring the noise. It's time to kick back in joyful elation. You've been building foundations, and after a period of massive shifting, it's time to enjoy some well-deserved communal bliss. If you've been through a cycle of rapid expansion and awakening, this card marks a transition into a more harmonic and stable state. You have reached new levels of consciousness, and it's the perfect time to enjoy a milestone event and celebrate with the people who love you. Love them right back as they are, and sometimes this card signifies a marriage or another significant occasion. While connecting with friends and family, make sure you relax, release, and allow your body to integrate all the lessons you've been working through. Happiness and harmony are yours to be had. Enjoy these warm vibes of celebration and success. Also, when was the last time you danced? The affirmation of the 4 of Wands we have, I am devoted to my connectedness, and I celebrate the wonder of loving bliss with my community. So I'm going to pull one more closing message from the Avalon Magic Oracle. Parting words of wisdom for Aries at this time? We have 2 that want to come out. We have this white stag. The stag is usually connected more to the masculine energy, while the white, I would see this as like a purifying, perhaps, a purifying of our own masculinity. Honor your commitments. Be loyal to your soul's longings. This is where you will find joy. And then we have this card here, this woman with her crown of flowers. Don't forget to stop and smell the flowers. Love yourself for the courage you've shown to arrive at your best version today. We have angel number 44 and 345 coming out. So 345, I kind of see this as a progression. It's not the beginning, it's not the end, kind of working your way to the middle energy within projects or cycles of your own creation here, whatever the case may be for you, Aries. Oh, I totally just blanked. My mind just went totally blank there. I totally don't know what I was saying. It must not have been that important, but it was weird because it was something connected me to something, and as soon as I started speaking, even halfway through what I was speaking, I lost what I was talking about. Yeah. Be loyal to your soul's longings. This is where you will find joy. Kind of want to just take the next card here. Just because we did have that energy of it's not easy to love all aspects of ourselves, right? We try. I find a lot of people, in all honesty, in the world, if you find somebody is, like, say, really charismatic, that energy, if they're super charismatic, could actually be overcompensation for not feeling good enough at all, right? That house 1 energy of self-image. A lot of times people's greatest attributes are actually their weaknesses, so be cautious of that. And knowing that it just kind of makes it a little easier to be a little softer on oneself as well as others. But I was noticing this card, and it's just very kind of dark, right? Have faith in yourself and in higher powers. They lead you in dark times, even when you feel you've lost guidance. So you are being guided, but it's funny, this card, it always kind of reminds me of the loon, right? Feeling a little loony, which definitely can happen when you're working with the spirit realms, because the spirit realms sometimes can come through very clear and strong, and other times can be very confusing and chaotic, right? But it usually kind of sorts itself out. Like my old boss used to say, it'll all come out in the wash, right? It eventually all comes out when things start to add up and make sense, and you see from a different perspective, and it makes more sense down the road, even if things don't always make sense in the present moment. But that's why you have that earth energy for your balance, grounding your energy, connecting to earth, taking moments in stillness to just deepen the breath and relax, which will kind of help bring different aspects into order for you. So that is the reading I have for you at this time, Aries. Sorry for the wait. You're last but not least. I always typically end up doing you last just to keep my Zodiac readings in order, so that when people go to my page, hopefully they know where they've kind of fall into the Zodiac wheel, right? So it's easier to find their video. It's just my anal retentive OCD. So I start with Pisces and work my way up, which is funny because I'm just noticing the feet here. So the feet of Pisces, I can kind of see this. I've been kind of seeing the Lover's card as well as the Chariot. They're kind of the same thing, but it's almost like with the Lover's card, the card of Gemini, getting the masculine and feminine or opposing forces on the same page, and then you move into the Chariot, and once those two are on the same page, then you can move forward, right, with the Chariot's energy, but really connecting to the feet here. So with the feet, this can be connected to the masculine and feminine, or even like the mother and father energies within us. So if you're having problem with one foot over the other, it could signify potentially an issue that needs some sort of reconciliation within ourselves, connected to our masculine energy and our feminine energies, possibly to our mother and father, if there's any tension or issues there, right? So it's said that the left, totally did that backwards, the left foot is feminine while the right foot is masculine. That could potentially differ for some people. I feel like my energies are reversed. I could be a little bit wrong about that. I just, with my sun and my moon signs, my sun sign is my moon sign, and my moon sign is my sun sign. Like, I'm a sun sign Cancer and a moon sign Leo, so I just almost see the energies backwards, right? With the masculine and feminine. I do typically see the sun as more of the masculine energy, while the moon is more of the feminine. However, in Nordic and maybe Celtic, Nordic and Celtic culture kind of, they kind of cross sections a lot. But in the Nordic, I think Sowilo is the divine feminine, which is the sun. And then the moon is Mana, which is the masculine. But either way, I'm just seeing energies with feet. So one thing I will notice with feet, I like lately have been working on my posture and alignment, and part of that is actually buffering off the callus on my feet. The way like my calluses have grown over the years, my pinky toes have actually kind of like turned sideways, so I'm kind of hoping over time, if I can file them down, they'll realign and straighten out. But I've noticed it happened in my left foot. There was a crack on the outer pad, like below the pinky toe. I had a crack in my foot all of a sudden in the callus part of the pad, and it was like, I don't know, like a half, maybe a third of a centimeter deep. Like, it was a big crack, and it hurt to walk on it because sweat would get in and touch the fresh skin. But I've, over the last year or so, been kind of filing it off and buffering it down, and now my feet are like readjusting their balance, which has been kind of painful at times, to be quite honest. But stretching them out and working with the feet, perhaps even giving yourself a little foot massage, kind of help release the nerve endings, right? The nerves kind of end in our feet and our hands. So by working with that energy, hopefully it would bring about a more balanced energy within the mind as well as the body. So that is the reading I have for you at this time. I hope it resonates. If it did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. All of the decks I have used will be listed, hashtagged in the description box below, as well as my Instagram and PayPal links. Thank you for watching, and many blessings, Aries. Bye for now.